from the American Center for Law and Justice, Jay Sekulow, the host of Justice with Judge Jeanine Pirro, and, of course, the host of the brand new show, You Are the Jury, on Fox, Judge Jeanine Pirro. All right. So I try to lay the history out here. Give me any scenario under which Susan Rice, National Security Advisor, would specifically request raw intelligence unmasking. Let's say the intelligence was legitimate against Russia, China, Iran, doesn't matter. Okay, but Americans incidentally are caught up in a call. There's no warrant to listen to them.
Right.
It's supposed to be minimized.
Right.
And their names never supposed to be revealed.
Right. And
so why is she unmasking those names?
And that is precisely the issue that she has to be asked under oath. And I have to tell you, Sean, and listening to your monologue, your ability to connect the dots is worthy of a veteran prosecutor. But there's another, and I'm really impressed. It was very well done. But there's another piece to it. Whenever any witness takes a stand, and that witness has a history of being a liar,
like her,
as Susan Rice has been with respect to Benghazi, with respect to Bo Bergdahl serving with honor and distinction, then a jury is entitled to take anything that she says with, with less than a grain of salt.
Look at the contradiction from 2 weeks ago.
From 2 weeks ago as well. And so any judge would say to a jury, in coming to the truth, this is not a person that you can really rely on. So the question that we have to ask is, who put her up to it? Why did she do it? Did Obama know about it?
Who did she share it with?
Who did she share it with? Is she the one who gave it to the Washington Post? And this woman has to be put under oath. We've got to get to the bottom of this, because if they can do it to the president or a president-elect, they're doing it to us all the time.
Jay?
Well, look, I think there's a couple of things here. Number one, I mean, Susan Rice is like the liar in chief here. She would pass a lie detector test. She sold so many stories, she can't tell one from another. But here's the most significant aspect of this. What she said to Andrea Mitchell was not a denial of the unmasking, you noticed. She did not deny the unmasking.
She actually acknowledged it.
Exactly. So that's number one.
She admits the unmasking of Michael Flynn. She, talked about it on a lot of occasions. Go ahead. Yeah.
So then you look at what laws are being implicated here.
Right.
And there are multiple felony counts. But let me give you one simple one. I mean, if she put this in motion, and this is what everybody needs to understand, but for Susan Rice unmasking this, if she didn't do this, none of this would have happened. She did it. She put this whole issue in play. If she was working with others, knowing that they were going to distribute it, wink and a nod, or however she did it, that's a conspiracy under the espionage statutes. So it's very, very serious. And I'll tell you something. She's sending out tweets. She's sending all this information out. She's going on. She needs to hire a really good criminal defense lawyer really quickly.
Now, she admitted
because
today,
I think she's in serious trouble.
She admitted the pace of surveilling Trump increased after the election.
Well, that makes it worse,
but this is more interesting. She admits the unmasking of General Flynn took place, but she says it wasn't political. How could it not be political, though?
It's what else? Of course it will. Look at the time. Look, Judge knows this. She's a judge. I've tried a lot of cases for over 37 years. You look at the timeline here. As the intelligence increase against the president and his associates, what starts to happen? It becomes more frequent. So this wasn't an incidental accident. Oh, my goodness, I want to know who USA 1 is, U.S. person 1, and it's President Trump or President-elect Trump at that point, or one of his associates. But then she wants more. And then as it gets closer, it's more. So here's the political question. Why are we saying it's okay to be spying on, and I don't even want to call it surveillance anymore, spying on the President-elect of the United States?
Well,
why is that okay?
It's certainly not okay. And you've got the making of a false statement, you've got espionage, you've got violations of the FISA Act. But I think what's significant here is the fact that if Obama knew about all this, nobody seemed to care. And this goes right to the timeline until it looked like, oh, my God, they're taking him seriously. And now what we need to do is we got to stop. We got to get the dirt. We got to pass it around. And that's when they started really going after Trump.
The bottom line here is under the guise of national security, if they're unmasking only the conversations with Trump or Trump transition team members or then candidate Trump's team, that was specifically designed for political purposes, having nothing to do with national security.
Without a doubt.
And that's what Dr. Farkas was doing too, Sean. If you listen to, and you've done a great job of laying this out. Dr. Farkas, who, by the way, also should be getting a criminal defense lawyer right away, what she said was, in essence, very clearly, she said it. We wanted to get this information out. She's talking to former colleagues. How is she getting that
How did she
information?
have the
Why is the
information?
grand jury not in panel?
Jay?
Hopefully it is.
Who is we? Who is a part of the conspiracy
Right.
now? They're acting in furtherance of the conspiracy.
I'd
You
start
have a
with
group
Susan
of
Rice.
individuals. You know what? I've been a prosecutor. I could do this.
I'm going to say one last thing. For anybody to see this information, you got to know they have to go into a very secure area, and every single search they made is monitored, which means there is a fingerprint left behind on everything that was
and
amassed.
that's also why Congressman Schiff is, right now, Adam Schiff is
that's
quiet.
a good point.
He saw the data.
Backing
He shut up.
Absolutely.